Oh yeah, so now those kind of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not really that's not our teaching. See, because here's the thing, your whole body is that kind of antenna. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, look, when you shake somebody's hand, right? You shake somebody's hand, you can detect certain things about them. You know what I'm saying? Or just you seeing that person. You see what I'm saying? Your eyes can see. You can see that some people you got some evil intentions. I can see why. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, see where a lot of that comes from, right? Where a lot of that comes from is I just thought about it. When I got home the other night, that's what I thought about, right? Where a lot of that comes from is in the Bible. And it's actually like all the stuff that's going on in Palestine right now. It's kind of related. But it was a dude named Samson, right? And Samson was from this group called the Philistines. And they was already in that land and, worshiping whatever they was worshiping when the Jews got over there. You know what I'm saying? And no, matter of fact, I'm wild. Samson was a Jew. See, I'm not too familiar with the Bible no more because it's bad.
They tried to give me the real, and I was like,
right. So Samson was a Jew, right? And Samson was supposed to be superhuman strong. Like he's the strongest. He's amongst, like the Hercules. He's one of the strongest men that ever existed, right? So in the story, what gives Samson his strength is his hair. And Samson meets a woman named Delilah. And Delilah is a Philistine, right? And Samson falls so in love with Delilah that he tells her that his secret is that his strength is in his head. You know what I'm saying? And then he goes to sleep around her. So she cuts his hair off, right? And the rest of the Philistines come and they tie him up and they bring him back to wherever their place is, right? But in the end, Samson, by the time they get him back to wherever they place is and they bring him inside the building, by now some of the stubble from his hair has grown back. So he ends up shaking the pillars of the building that they in, and the building comes down on everybody. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, on face value, right? Samson lost his strength by getting his hair cut. But see, you gotta look at all the mistakes that Samson made before he got his hair cut. That's really when he lost his strength. You see what I'm saying? But to the people who misunderstand that story, right? They think that all the power was in your head. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But the power was in the knowledge. You see what I'm saying? And when you looking at these stories, right, you got to look at the different allegories and the symbolism and all of that. So, him going to sleep that's that was more important than the hair. Like all of that, that was the final. That was the final thing that happened. That you're lost mentally. See, all these things that you got caught up in, you got caught up in this woman without knowing who she is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you see on face value that she was a Philistine, right? But you was caught up thinking she loved you like you love her. See, these is all the places they see, just like the apple. It's not really that you ate the apple. It's that God told you don't do that. See, it could have been anything. If he told you don't walk over there to the left, and you walked over there to the left, see, you didn't listen. Now, in the Bible, God is this disembodied other person, right? But you gotta look at that as, what a lot of times people would say they right mind. Like, sometimes you have an idea to do something and then somehow you allow yourself to get distracted. You see what I'm saying? And do something else. And then when that thing goes fucked up, you be like, see, I knew I should have did what I was supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? So this is what it's really telling you. You see what I'm saying? But if you caught up, then you might not eat apples. You see what I'm saying? Or you might think all women is evil. Because you didn't understand that, see, when she could hate the apple. He didn't tell her nothing. He told Adam don't eat the apple. You see what I'm saying? But he allowed himself to get caught up. So, when you reading these stories, right, and you see these different symbols, right? You can't just get caught up in that physical part, right? Because really that's limited. You see, those stories, those are people that lived thousands of years ago. You understand what I'm saying? So, that already happened. What it is for you to do is to look at the example, because right now we not Samson. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see people with long dreads. I see people with, bald heads. And they all got knowledge and wisdom and understanding. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's the real moral that they say of that story. You know what I'm saying? It's not that the power was in his head. You see what I'm saying? Because the hair grew back. You see what I'm saying? And in the end, he ended up taking himself out, pushing those pillars down. So see, the power was always in him the whole time. His hair growing, that's a natural part of him. So see, putting the wisdom before the knowledge, dealing with that woman. You see what I'm saying? And getting caught up in the sex before the six. That's where it got beat up.
And the sex before the six, I like that.
You see what I'm saying? See what we got in here.
How can we say that sex is the devil's number?
6 is the devil's number because it took 600 years to graft the devil. And, he's predicted to rule for 6,000 years. And he got 6 ounces of brain.
So women and white men only got 6 ounces of brain, and black men got 7 ounces?
Yeah, but see, white people got 6 ounces of brain and they grafted brain. See, that's a huge difference right there. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then see, even with that, you gotta understand what that means too. See, see a lot of these things, right? You gotta look at it and you gotta, okay, with the naked eye, you can research certain things. And sometimes when you look at it, right, at least when you're dealing with 120 lessons, we're dealing with these kind of scriptures and texts and stuff like that, right? You gotta look at things and if it to the naked eye, like just to your regular common sense, right? This don't make sense. That means it's something you gotta draw up with your third eye. You see what I'm saying? Because that there's one person, right? That's strong. He's all strong, and his hair that's ridiculous. You see what I'm saying? Why has nobody else been born like that in the history of time? So that means that there's things that you got to draw up, right? That can only be seen by the third eye. So you got to learn what these different, there's different symbols, different things. Like when they say water, right? There's different things that can symbolize that's synonymous with. You know what I mean? Especially when you're dealing with these times when a lot of people was illiterate. So signs and symbols was much more important for communication. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like people used to have, a sign on a store and it might not have no words on it. It just have the symbols that people would know. You understand what I'm saying? But we got Divine God. Who's that? King Math, Kasim True Light, Steph Soul, Sir Love, Divine Understanding, Be Divine, Thought of Law, District 120, True Self. What is this right here? So we got out here a lot of black folks taking sides in the Middle East conflict. Me, I'm indifferent. I love learning the language, Arabic, but that don't mean I am an Arab loving individual. You know, see, I tell you this much, right? And I don't know where we rest at. Fine God. But they talk about the two fronts over there, right? They talk about the two fronts where you got the north and the south over there. But right here in New York, there's people that go downtown every day. They get up, get dressed, prepare themselves to go to Midtown Manhattan and do battle. Like there's Israelis and Arabs, because a lot of Zionists is from Brooklyn. But you got Israelis and Arabs meeting up and getting busy in Midtown Manhattan every day. A lady got caught with a gun down there. And this particular lady is running for city council. So, she's kind of a random lady, but then again, not. Just showing you that people, just saying that to say that people that, ordinarily you see how they behave, right? They got a job, they, everything seems normal, but now they They didn't have time ready to get busy. So there's that part where you know, everything is kind of real to me, you know, just in terms of like, yeah, we see that on TV, you know, but reality is reality, man. Like at this point right now, think about it like this. And look, before I say this, shout out to everybody because we might not survive this statement right here. Oh snap, that's the wordsmith? Get out of here, man. Where have you been to wordsmith? Hey, listen, you know, we had all type of crazy people thinking they could come on here. They don't know we got somebody. We already got somebody to fill that role. But look here. You know, like I said, shout out to everybody. It's been good. You know, we made it 4 years. So, you know, just in case if we, you know, if this is it for the channel, then we did what we had to do. But look, anybody who is, if their leadership, right, in an intelligence or military organization, right, anywhere in the world, whether they're friends with America or not, right, would be incompetent, right, that person would have to be fired if over the last 2 years they haven't taken the time to put agents in America. Like the border's wide open, they letting everybody in, you know. So, you know, we gotta look at how they getting down right now, right? That they including people now that's not involved. So, you know, for me, you know, I keep my head on a swivel. You see what I'm saying? Because, you know, look, there's certain places where you might be from there and then you ain't really got to worry that much. But here in New York, you know, you better be aware, right, that it's a target on our back over here. And so, you know, we have a 12th degree and a 13th degree in the 114, right? That deals with certain signs, you know, in a general, you know, in a general fashion. You understand what I'm saying? But you know, everything is real. So you know, wow, you know, whatever's they cause that they dealing with, yeah, that's personal to them. You know, but the impact of what's going on, right? You better be aware that it's 196,940,000 square miles, right? Now look, let's start getting into seen and heard everywhere. Wisdom, understanding. How many of you are now, as an individual, you got your 23 million square miles, but as a people, Are we using 23 million square miles? That's the question. Ask yourself. Now, when these things go on, these things decide how that 29 million square miles of useful land gets divided up. So, in these matters, we've we've had some examples. Don't get me wrong. We know what we're doing. We know what we're building. But what I'm saying is that we can look historically, right? We can look historically at different times when politics was kind of going on, right? And we was unaware of it. You know what I'm saying? If you look at your 1 in 36, right? There's all kinds of politics going on in Europe that the brothers in what they call Africa was unaware of. I mean, really, that's the case to this day. You know what I'm saying? But that politics have a supreme impact on their life. So, it's not our beef, but it's our world. You see what I'm saying? It's like one of them things where, internationally speaking, certain people, I've never seen somebody from that population of people, right? But if right now they pull into the harbor over here, right? They pull into the harbor over here and announce that, listen, we about to jump off this boat and beat everybody in the head. Everybody, we're gonna check your ID. If you got United States ID, we beating you in the head. See, the army is gonna be behind me because I'm gonna be down at the pier kicking ass. You see, because my head is here. You see, so regardless of whom or what, right? I gotta defend myself. And if this piece of land right here is where I'm standing my square, then this piece of land right here is where I'm standing my square. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain, we're not just in the virtual world. True self says so. It's individualized the way it breaks down. You know what I'm saying? That, the useful land you're using is right here. See? Wisdom and understanding, that born power. So see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You got arm, leg, arm, supreme head. Right? That's the useful land that we using to carry out whatever is our ideas. But as a people, I'm saying on the entire planet, right? That's the home of all of us. See, you got a woman that's the home for your family. Hopefully, hopefully you're using all 29 million square miles of useful land in that situation. But I'm saying, when we talk about the 7 continents, right? Is there 23 million square miles you can identify the original man as making his use of it? Can you identify it?
Like where have we built up civilization?
We've built up civilization all over the planet. I'm saying 23 million square miles right now that we control and we using. We're reaping the benefits of the resources that's there.
Mm.
See, that's a certain science that when you look at the lessons, right, and it says that we've chosen for ourselves the best part, right? The earth belongs to us. We God and owner of the earth. Now, see, look, owning means you got to maintain that. You understand what I'm saying? See, you got people that, you the owner of the earth, but you a delinquent owner. And so your land is not tilled. It's just not. But say that to say that these things is real. Like when they say the sword is an emblem of justice, and it was used by the original man in Muhammad's time. That's not, it wasn't symbolic up on the wall or a pin right here. Like this is, the sword is, this is how things is getting decided out here. You know what I'm saying? They doing battle with other individuals, meaning as opposed to right now, they want to do battle with swords. They took the bayonets off the rifles because you shoot somebody from too far. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody charging across the field with a sword right now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see so.
So I'm saying that those things, those is just little seeds of words and ideas right there. You see what I mean? But what it's showing you is that we really got to think on that level. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you're young, you just got to worry about this right here. This cipher right here. That's it. You see what I'm saying? You get a little bit older, now you got to start, you got kids and shit. You got a girl orders, you got to think about that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I was going to go over there, but now I got to go pick up my seed from school and shit. You see what I'm saying? Your ideas have to, because now these are the things that you made and you own. You understand what I'm saying? That's got to go to, a national level. You see what I'm saying? International level, intergalactic level. You see what I'm saying? In order for us to really, because otherwise, we can play that game where we don't worry about the things that happen to us. We just worry about how we think about it. We still submit to that. You understand what I'm saying? But you can't just let somebody keep slapping you in the face and then you think, well, nah, that was just roses. You understand what I'm saying? Eventually, you gotta understand that there's some steps that you gotta take, even if it's just getting out of that place where that person keeps slapping you, there's something that you gotta do to stop that from happening. You know what I'm saying? And those things at the end of the day, those are manifestations of your power. See what I'm saying? Like all these different, when they say systemic racism and all that stuff, right? Those are manifestations of their power. You see what I'm saying? Whatever it is, if you know, when the police come, right, and you see the toughest guys in the neighborhood get on their knees, these people have manifested their power. You see what I'm saying? That everybody speaks English. Everybody wasn't speaking English before. That's because of the hegemonic power of the British Empire and then America. Everybody had their own time. When Pope Julius when they come up with a AD and BC time, right? And they made everybody use their time, right? Now look, what does BC mean?
Before Christ?
And what does AD mean?
After death.
No.
No, I don't know.
Anno Domini, the year of our Lord, right? Whose Lord?
You're a friend of Jesus.
But they just made you bear witness though. You see what I'm saying? When you say in 2023, you saying, yeah, it's our Lord.
How is 2023 when they tell us that the earth is millions of years old?
But they're making you have their reference point. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. Everybody look right now. If you look it up in Israel, it's 57 something. Their time don't say 2023. You understand what I'm saying? In China, they tell you now we got pottery here at 50,000 years old. You see what I'm saying? Everybody was telling their own time. Everybody had their own year one from whatever their foundation was. You see what I'm saying? But as I'm imposing my power on people, right? I'm putting you on my time. You're on my time now. And time is money. So you have to be aware of that.
Please.
You come through tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm coming tomorrow and Thursday. Well, I might not come Thursday, but I'll definitely come tomorrow.
I see you tomorrow.
Peace, brother. What's your name?
My name's Jamal Civilized.
Peace, Wild Supreme.
Peace.
You know me.
So the divine thought, Allah said, I was thinking about redlining. Was that us as original people not seeing our neighborhood as useful land? Because now you see the colored man using gentrification to take the land back. Now, see, these are two different things, right? Now, first of all, when you talk about redlining in the past, right? You know, and this is a little bit of a biased statement right here from my part, right? But, you know, see, redlining was happening before Allah and Elijah. See, meaning what I mean by saying that is you saying, see, now you're talking about this modern gentrification. It's something different now because we know what's happening. See, there's a difference there. You see what I'm saying? See, you went from the knowledge culture degree, right, to the knowledge board degree. See, now you just didn't prepare yourself. See, your cipher is either free or it's not. So if you really took the devil off your planet, right, and you destroyed the devil's civilization in one day and didn't fall a victim, right, then you can't keep blaming the devil. You can't. It's you know. At some point, like yeah, this is you know. We know we have an opponent here, but if we know why we not winning, right, and we still not winning, and listen, we saying that we supreme being black men, right? Then that means that it's something we got to do. There's no reparation that can be made. Not saying that I don't want my money, but what are they going to do? See, the most they can do, right, is let go of you, right? But you still going to be on 6 because they can't repair you back to 7. How could they pull you back up to 7 and they not on 7? That's something we got to do. So these is really two different things. First of all, right? Things that happen today, we can't be, we can't pretend that, we still dealing with the same level of wisdom and understanding as people in the past, right? And then you're going to sit there and judge them because of the mistakes that they made. When the knowledge that you have of their mistakes is because they made them. You've learned something from what they went through. But now, to get into the question, what you're saying, when you said, was that us as original people not seeing our neighborhood as useful land? No. That was people who, I guess in one way, in this way, right, is that, when you're talking about the 40s and 50s, right, these are people that's coming from the South. And so, to them, yeah, useful land, you got to be able to plant some crops there. Necessarily, they, maybe that might be the case, but I think a bigger thing is just that you got people who, that was their first rodeo. Like brothers, when my grandparents came to New York, that was the first rodeo. No, nobody in the family. Well, yeah, he had some brothers up here, but it's not like by the time I came around with now, there's generations of knowledge of New York and what to do and what to not do and what to not get caught up in, et cetera, et cetera. So, you see that a lot, really throughout, you know, from the Civil War up until now. When it comes to politics, almost everything that happens, right, for black people is the first time. You see black brother become president, your first black president. You know what I'm saying? Black people. So if it's your first time and you going against people that has been doing this for 1,000 years, they've been studying this since Machiavelli and all of this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So when you got people that have made a study, right, out of, politics and manipulating people in the population, et cetera, right, against people who've only been in population, things is not always going to work out the way they want them to work out. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, the modern gentrification, it's more of the situation, in my opinion, where people just didn't prepare themselves. They like the devil because the devil gives them nothing. And when it's time for him to take nothing back, takes it back. where's the other brother too? He hit me. He answered back. Remember the brother was talking about the water being drawn up. It was something he was drawing up, but the lessons though he was like a little bit. He in the comments he clarified what he was meaning. I don't know if y'all want to go back into that topic. Type one in the box. If not, we can, because it already passed. But I didn't understand some of the symbols there that he was using and how he was drawing them up. Because see, it's important, right? Because it's not just for it to make sense. It's for it to be lived out. So when things get too confusing, they lead to chaos. Not just in the idea that you manifesting, but in the outcome of you trying to live that out. In the meantime, while y'all making your decision on whether y'all want to get back into that, somebody else put something in there too I was supposed to get into. I'll check it out for you tomorrow. But which one?
I'm on the knowledge born degree in 140.
So how you see the knowledge building?
I see the duty of a civilized person as to
First of all, what's the degree?
upon itself. Knowledge will destroy. What is the duty of a civilized person? The duty of a civilized person is to teach he who establish civilization, righteousness, the knowledge of himself, the science of everything in life, love, peace, and happiness.
Mm-hmm.
So I was seeing that as giving someone the knowledge to build himself up. You know what I'm saying? Because they're at the end of the day, no one can apply these teachings for you. You know what I'm saying? You have to actually go outside and deal with the outside world while still living out these teachings. You feel me? So you have to have that fortification within. So that's how I see it, like kind of similar to like the 6-point what we teach, being that like each one teach one according to their knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So I have some knowledge, so I'm gonna give you knowledge so you can build yourself up. You know what I'm saying? And now you can come around me because we both what alike. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. There's peace. Remember also with that, right? That that's a little bit of instructions right there too. You see what I'm saying? In terms of that particular order right there, where it say civilized, righteous, the knowledge of self, science, and everything in life. So see, even when you're dealing with people, right? For some people, you're not civilized, so you can't stay away from it. You see what I'm saying? Now, that's in the beginning. When we talking about just you being around me. Like I'm saying, like if somebody, like look, imagine somebody is like, yo, look, I'm about to come by the crib and check you, right? Okay, I got my people with me, my cousin, right? And they knock on your door, right? You see your people, right? Now, right as his cousin is coming up to your door, you notice that he's got a bag of pork rinds. So I'm just we have to illustrate this, right? He's got a bag of pork rinds, right? So what do you do?
Get you outside.
Yeah, you gotta get out, man. You can't even come in here. You been touching that shit, man. Go look. You want to get out with him? You know what I'm saying? You're not coming in here with that. So you're not civilized. You see what I'm saying? So just the beginning, right? But now look, now we got this science of everything in life, love, peace, and happiness. So what that means is, the some best part that we preserve it, like a person don't just come in the door. Like first, you deal with civilized righteousness, the knowledge of self, and then we can deal with everything in life, meaning everything, right? What's everything?
Like everything,
Yeah, what's everything?
all in totality.
This is a good question. Hold on. Question of the day. What is everything? Because look, this is a great question, right? This is what I'm asking a question, right? Because when it says equality means to be equal in everything, right? I told you.
6'2".
See, hey, look, that we started off on the right foot. I'm 6'2". You know what I'm saying? Look, what's your physical degree?
20.
See, I'm power knowledge. You're not that. So that can't be what equal to everything means.
Mm.
Now, let's go to the born degree and the 1 in 14. What's everything?
Universe.
Sun, moon, and stars. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, we start walking out here in the planet and all that. You can't come with me, right? If you're not civilized, righteous, and have knowledge of yourself, you can't come with me to deal with that, right? Love, peace, and happiness, and all of that. See, that's what happens sometimes. You try to make people jump to, like when you're teaching them, saying, right? You're trying to make these people skip the steps. Sometimes it's because you're lazy.
Mm.
See, you meet somebody the first day, you know what I'm saying? And you give them all, you know, this kind of. And then you wonder why. See, listen, people have to be qualified to make the devil. If the people wasn't qualified, Yakub sent them back. So what makes you think we can use just anybody to do what we doing? To be the garbage man, you gotta be qualified, man. You know what I'm saying? So see, that's something that a lot of people don't know that. See, we equal in everything here on a universal level, right? Your life is worth what my life is. But see, you can't say that, okay, look, you put in this much work, right? You know your lessons. This other person didn't put in no work. Did they the same as you? Nah, that's not how it works. That's not, the work you put in his is not equal. So that's not how it works. So that's what a lot of people get caught up at when they thinking that just once you get the knowledge the first day, right? Then your knowledge is equal to my knowledge. No, it's not. Because knowledge is a body of accumulated facts, right? I've been accumulating longer than you.
That's true. Kind of like how you were saying earlier, like the older you get,
Piece of money.
the more things you have, you're responsible for. You know what I'm saying? The older you get, you also become more aware to certain things, including within yourself. You know what I'm saying?
And if you didn't, they would call you a whole fool. If you were still around 10 and 11-year-olds making the same mistakes they was making, be like, man, this guy's stupid. If your knowledge was equal to their knowledge at your age, so it's you gotta. Sir Love said, what is this? Mathematics, biology, chemistry, physics, astrology, astronomy. What's this list right here about? Got light, visible, supreme justice, chaos, supreme. So all things is equal in the fact that they exist. Yeah, you know, they are part of the universe. You know, but their significance. See, based on that, look, the speck of dust and the sun both exist. They're not the same. They not, you know, they not equivalent. You see what I'm saying? You know, and that's something just in general in life too, where see this is where shit start going off the deep end. See, because now motherfuckers gotta compete. See, that's how y'all get in these conversations with these women, right? And then y'all want to change our signs, right? Because you're battling with this woman about being equal with her, but y'all not the same. You know what I'm saying? How are you? What else do you do that in with women? Like if you was running a race, right? It would be clear that you got one set of abilities that make you better at that. You know what I'm saying? If it was something else, it would be clear that she got another set of abilities that make her better at that. So, you know, you could look at equality as that, right? As this competition, right? But equality is really, see, 1 + 2 = 3. See, this whole cipher that we create, right? When we come together as one, when we say like attract, that's what we equal. Those things that manifest, you know, through us showing and proving our power is our equality. You see what I'm saying? So if I deal with equality with you, I'm not competing with you. We're not trying to, you know, you got 11 players on the field. I got 11 players on the field. You see what I'm saying? When we deal in equality, it's okay, you know, I got a couple things that I learned over the years. You see what I'm saying? And then I could just add on with you. And then you can take it, you see, just on the basis of time, right? Like I said, if you continue to elevate, right, just on the basis of time, you're going to take those ideas further than I'm going to take them. You see what I'm saying? That's equality. Oh, sir, love is saying, yeah, this is everything in life. Yeah, mathematics, biology, chemistry, physics. Yeah. You know, these things right here is the study of everything in life, you know, and you know how this stuff interact and all that. How many you had the knowledge?
Well, January.
Yeah, you're doing good. You know, you got people that, you know, see, Elijah Muhammad, it took 3.5 years to quote 120. You see, when you get to the lesson, right, where it says it's 2,197,351 days at the date of this writing of the devil being birthed on our planet, right? You know, when you put 365 times 6,020, you get 2,197,300. But then the lessons was completed February 20th, 1934. So you got the 31 days of January, and then those 20 days in February, that's the 51 days, right? So the lesson took into 1934, right? And then we got the, you know, of the lessons that we got on 120, right? The first one was written 1931, the 1 in 10, right? So you got 31, 32, 33, right? And then those couple of months into 34, right? So they say it took Elijah Muhammad 3.5 years to quote 120, right? But he had to study it. You got it right. You got it right there on the paper. You see what I'm saying? And so you got some people and they take longer than logic.
So easier questions.
You got the answers already. He had to come up with the answers. You see what I'm saying? He had to go out and put that stuff in. You knew that was all accumulated right there, put in a package for you, and it still takes some people longer than Elijah Muhammad. We used to teach people about that back in the day. Yeah, man, Muslim, man, you like Elijah Muhammad. Come on, see him so long. To learn 120 lessons. Yeah.
I think a lot of it goes back to like people not wanting to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of people want to just understand the lessons and be able to break it down with like such like smoothness and swiftness. But it's like if you didn't study the lessons first and get it down word for word in your head, then you can't even do that. I'm saying because you're gonna put a whole word in there that's not even it.
Mm-hmm. But see, look, that's kind of you know, you have whatever knowledge you got, but it's in a particular environment. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that environment, like there's lots of things that you see people doing, let's say in the crime world, right? But if they was in a different environment, right, and applied those same skills to something else, right, they wouldn't be criminals. It wouldn't be, it would be positive impact from wherever their activity was. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta realize that, when you talk about, anything where this knowledge of 120, it tells you about the time and the place. You know what I'm saying? This is specific to the wilderness of North America, right? Since 1555, right? Or 1620, if you want to say that, but you see what I'm saying? 1619. But, the people that the knowledge is coming to, right? And just the atmosphere and the environment. Like, see, when I first heard the Black Man's God, that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I never heard nobody say there was no Wu-Tang. Well, yes, that's what I'm saying. That was, and, there was no where you could go on Amazon and buy 120. Like at that time, 120 lessons was like the elixir of life. Like, you went on a mission to get your lessons. Like it's times where you see brothers, right? All of us, trust other people tell you they seen me doing that. Where you see somebody and they walking on the street, where you going? Going to get my lessons. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see the guy, got to get the next lesson. You understand what I'm saying? Like that was it. Or you would see people, now this was, oh man. Whoever went to get some lessons, you could tell by the way they was walking. Hey, look, they was walking with that extra steam, right? Because listen, they got some shit. Look, they coming out the block steam. Look, they all happy smiling. Look, as soon as they touch down, sorry, now let's have a cipher, guys. Let's have a cipher, guys. Let's get immediately busy because I got some. I just sharpened my swords up, man. I'm ready to go. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, when something is scarce, the value of it is, and it could be taken from you. Like back then, it wasn't, like I said, now you see it on the internet, so we don't even know you got it. But, back then, when depending on who the person got the knowledge from too. But let's say the one time you had the knowledge, right, and you were still on the alphabet, I would tell you, look, bring my lessons back tomorrow. When I see you in school, have my lessons. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Because we playing with this. You see what I'm saying? So, it was a more high value thing. You know what I'm saying? Like now you can get on the internet. You see what I'm saying? Like, see the people on the internet, right? They didn't have to go to knowledge building. See, that's what it is. See, a lot of people be giving people knowledge now, right? And they just looking for salvation. See, it's not self-saving. See, the thing about the 5%, right, is this is work. What's the duty of a Muslim? And I'm sure they got some, but I'm just saying, what's the duty of a Christian? But your duty is to go out there amongst those savages and try to teach. See, everybody. That's the difference between us and them. Yeah, they know some of the stuff we know, but they can't do what we do. See, that's the difference. See, that's why I come on here and tell everybody everything. It don't matter because you gotta either be me or you're not. See, that's when you gotta try to keep the secret because you're scared, right? Because that there's people out there that can tell whether you lied or not. See, if you expose too much, people will know whether you lying or not. They'll know if you really is who you say you is. I mean, look, this is what I'm saying. Right now, you can learn every Mike Tyson move. That means you're gonna knock out Mike Tyson.
I think what you said kind of ties into wisdom understanding. As you manifest yourself, people see what you're drawing up. You feel me? They can tell like who you are based off that. You know what I'm saying? Like, based off your actions. What you doing.
Now let's go back to the Daisy Greek. When you dealing with civilizing the people, right? These is also steps and stages that you're going through too, that the people are seeing, and they observing that and they learning. Like they seeing that, oh shit, you don't do certain shit no more. They seeing that, which, you probably was a good person already. You know what I'm saying? But the people that notice that your righteousness is even increasing. The people are seeing that. You saying what the fuck you want to say, right? Seen and heard, right? The people are seeing, right? That you deal with knowledge. They can see it in the success of the things that you're doing, right? In the level of things that you're able to accomplish because they don't have that knowledge. So the people can see that. Like if you see somebody walking around with a doctor's coat on, you can see they got knowledge. Well, that's a little bit assuming, but look, if you see their patients, if you see, but I'm saying that there's fruit of the labor of them acquiring that knowledge and applying it. It can be seen and heard everywhere by all the people and see. So now they seeing just through and see, and this is what happened with a lot of people, right? They got a negative view of the gods, right? But it's because you haven't seen that since high school. You see what I'm saying? You didn't see the science of all the things that I built in life and shit, right? So, when I'm sitting at parent-teachers night, you don't realize that that's me. You didn't never think that I was going to be doing stuff like this. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's a little testing ground right there, right? When you start having kids, start having kids and shit, and you send them to school, and look, is scientific over there. You know what I'm saying? Wise. The names that they calling now. You like, wait a minute. I ask my kids, yo, scientific? Like, yeah, I know. 85%? Nah, you know. You know what I'm saying? But see, to the average person, they don't recognize. You see what I'm saying? They just recognize something that they saw kids doing when they was kids. You see what I'm saying? But they didn't see us as we learn to be righteous. You see what I'm saying? As we really, like we speak in the words, but as we really start to internalize and understand the teachings of Allah. You see what I mean? Yeah, we got the lessons and we can quote them and all of that, right? But there's some things that is just, our world is like this. So as time go on and we deal with growth and development, right? And start dealing with everything in life, not just standing in front of the school, quoting lessons, and making sure nobody don't walk to us. You know what I'm saying? Now, people can't see, but see, all of that, these is levels that you're going through with your teaching, verbally as well as physically. You see what I'm saying? When people can just observe and say, oh man, yo, I see these things you're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? That, yo, the teachers, your kids are so smart, they're well behaved. You understand what I'm saying? But these are things that you ain't even got to talk about. Some people, you can't tell them that. That's why I said, listen, well, you're dealing with that right now, right? When I say it to the wicked and they don't listen, you can't tell them that. That's what it's telling you. You see what I mean? Because you can warn the wicked from their wicked way, but you can't make them do righteous. See, this knowledge is something that you got to experience, and then if it's in you, it's going to come out. But it's really only going to magnify. The mathematics is only going to magnify who you already was. And that's why you got all different types of people with knowledge, you know what I'm saying, that went, did all different types of things, because all the knowledge did is magnify who they already was. We got harmony, equality. I don't know if I was looking at the stats today, and I have 26% female viewership. I don't know, is that I think that's about the highest, because women are not too interested in that God body shit. Yeah, Sun God, True Self came in. Powerful Almighty, Powerful Almighty?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He said peace.
Oh, shit. That's my education.
Yeah, that's what he said right there. But see, it don't matter. You here right now. You got Sean Proof. I don't care what his name is. You know what I'm saying? Was that what that's supposed to be? Some kind of SOS or something like that? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got a 26% female viewership now. I don't know. So we got to tone it down now. Yes. But yeah, we brushed. We already dealt with today's topic. We already dealt with today's topic. But you know how you people do. Y'all take. See, I try to end the class and then they don't try to let me leave. See, but I know what's going on. So you know, I got to start asking. Does anybody have any last questions? Like an hour before I plan on getting on. Because listen, cats can come out with anything, man. Is Jordan better than Kobe? Or like all the type of shit. Like, man, listen, I got stuff to do, man. But look, I almost got the sovereignty papers drawn up. I'm gonna start selling y'all soon. Because apparently that's how you get the knowledge out. You gotta be some kind of scammer. But you know, I think I've been on a good roll. See, I like to say that, when I speak, the understanding is so crystal clear that there's never a question. That's how I like to think,
You should keep it simple, right?
Keep it simple. See, I had to do that because same thing we talking about. See, when I'm giving knowledge, I was always the youngest person. And see, like Shamar and all, I grew up with them. But see, they was already older, they had the knowledge years, months, and days. You know what I'm saying? And these is like, anybody else is even older than them. So a lot of stuff that they was talking about, I didn't never have those experiences. So I had to learn how to break things down to the simplest way where I can understand. You see? And then that was why I first started doing it. But then over time, it's easier to live it out that way. See what I'm saying? Like if you're teaching that, you could fly over the Empire State Building. All right. Now, that's gonna be kind of hard for you to live. I don't teach stuff like that. I don't, man. I don't teach stuff like that. I teach right here and right here. You see, and then when we master this, right? Then let's see if we can make that happen. But right now, you know what I'm saying? You can't even get on the fucking train machine talking about flying over the Empire State Building, man. You gotta do one thing at a time. See, that's what I'm saying. That's as simple as one is knowledge, man. One step at a time, man. Don Bishop, yeah, I don't know. When you see Don Bishop, you know he's the hardest working man in Queens. He probably at work. But yeah, when you see Don Bishop a couple weeks, I actually was looking for him because Don Bishop would be the perfect person to be commenting right now on what's going on in Palestine. I'm sure Don Bishop, Don Bishop probably could have helped me out earlier too when I was talking about that story about Samson. I was telling this brother here about all the hair is the ether, something. Like, bro, listen. See, we got a picture. Guy, quadriplegic. One day, I don't even know what I was doing because I don't even pay attention to that shit like that, G. The guy hit me on Facebook. Jamal Freedom, no, yeah, he hit me on Facebook, quadriplegic. To this day, I don't know how he did that, guy. I don't know how he did that shit. That shows you mind over matter.
Mm-hmm.
He's quadriplegic. He's paralyzed from the neck down. and he sent me a message on Facebook.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, I see something.
You see what I'm saying? See, that's why we deal with the science of fasting. You see what I mean? When you learn that, see, nothing here, right, is equal to here. So, when you start thinking that it's something, you know what I'm saying, that this is a part of the body that, this is where all your, like, nah, bro, that's off the TV, man. So that's what I'm saying. That type of stuff I teach that. You see what I'm saying? What I teach is that the black man with proper knowledge of himself is God. And see, that's another thing, man. We was talking about that yesterday. We about to bring that back. Because, see, shit got loose when people start saying the black man is God. The black man with proper knowledge of himself is God. Proper knowledge. See, once that part start getting left out because it sounds better in rap music, start getting a little bit different caliber of people. Like said, Samson's story was right and exact. Yeah, listen, I haven't, it's been some time. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I've been to a church service since about 82. But yeah, we just talking about that yesterday. People be caught up. Let me say another thing too. And I never, from the first time I heard that, right? The black man is God by nature. There's so many points in that statement to make. There's so many. First of all, when we got separated from nature, we mean by nature. Like all this, see, that's the difference between us and everybody else. We came with the universe. Everybody else came from us right here. But we came with the universe, like all the stars and the comets and the meteors and the asteroids and all of that, God. We came with it.
How?
Because we a part of all this. We're not separated from the universe. When you look at your solar facts, which you didn't get all the way there yet, right? Or you look at the solar facts, right? That's the universe. It's telling you Mercury is 36 million miles away from the sun. Venus is 67 million miles away from the sun. The Earth is 93 million miles away from the sun. The Earth is a part of that. The universe is not out there. We all here. This is all of us here. That same substance, look, this is something I built with a young guy last week, right? The building blocks of life is cells. The building block of cells is atoms. So we know that these atoms cannot be created or destroyed, right? So we don't consist of separate atoms than those atoms. You understand what I'm saying? This is all we all. And see, they can tell you the birth record of every kind of person. right? They got the DNA project, the genome project, right? Where they can tell you, okay, this polymorphism for this population of people is this old. That polymorphism for that population of people is that old, right? But all they can tell you is that the first people was black, but they can't identify that polymorphism. We don't have no birth record. That's what it say. There was no, for everything what you see here right now started with us. If it was some stuff here before, we don't know what happened to it. But this right here, what's responsible for all this, like just we here in this building, what's responsible for all this is about injustice. See, we here to we are a harmonious part of the universe. You see what I'm saying? The same way we got a solar system, right? That it all has to work together as one, right? For the survival of all of them. We are part of that system. Now look, the other people, right? The other people, all the other populations, they're part of the system too. However, they came from us. They got a birth record. We know what it is. You said, could the earth hold her weight? You gotta clarify that question a little bit. You say, can the earth hold six sextillion tons? You mean, okay. See, this is what I'm saying about environment. Now, years ago, I never would have thought about this. Like this, when you ask me the question, right? Because I'm trying, I need to understand the question so I can answer it, right? Now, I'm a little bit old school, so there's some things that wasn't. I mean, it existed, right? But it wasn't as kind of mainstream. Where it's like, just in case that's a trick question, I gotta ask you that. Is this like this LGBTQ stuff you're saying here? Like a woman, you saying she's upholding her own six sextillion tanks? or are you saying can she uphold 6 sextillion tons? Are you saying can she support herself with you said does God hold it or she hold it by herself? I mean, now look, so you do at the risk of, I tell you, I just saw my stats, man. I got 26%, 26% female viewership, and now you're gonna make me mess that up. That's but I mean, can you give me a little background, a little context, before I ruin my channel here, right? Can you give me a little context of where this, is this like an independent woman question right here? Right. See, now look, you just put that there independently, right? This is what I'm saying. Is this because you gotta remember that the independent woman, right, is not written into 120 lessons. You know what I'm saying? 120 lessons was written in 1931 to 1934. So things a little bit different. Now look, shout out to I got some sisters out there, probably shout out to Wise Asia. I'm sure that she would contend that she holds her 6 sextillion tons by herself. I'm sure she would contend that. But I mean, these allegories here that you're using, right, is based on our solar system. And so the sun is holding the earth in orbit. You see, now look, a lot of this question, what it comes down to too, right, is this, right? Knowledge God. There's some women that come around us, right? They kind of, knowledge God physically. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a brother that they like, right? And he's a 5%. And so, hold on one second, guys. Okay, yeah, what was we? Oh, yeah, so, you got some women that, they acknowledge the brother that they like who's a 5%. You understand what I'm saying? Now, look, you got brothers that do that too. That you came around and you met some brothers that was cool or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They was in the things that you wanted to do or whatever. So, you started mimicking what they was doing, right? But you never really acknowledged the science of God. You never really was a part of civilization, right? You never really internalized civilization, right? So, you've got, on the other hand, right, you have women who, sincerely acknowledge God, right? And so, as a queen, right, they're able to respond to the obstacles of life. You know what I'm saying? In a civilized and righteous manner. I mean, the reality is, our culture is about man, women, and child. So, while it's possible, you understand what I'm saying? You know, uh, it says the earth is approximately covered underwater, approximately 3/4 of its surface. So, see, one thing is that's telling you she's approximately God. That's a mistake that people make, right? Is, kind of sleeping on just how high 6 is. It's right next to 7. You see what I'm saying? If you slip a little bit, you can get got. See what I'm saying? So, I'm not sure if that answers your question, but we do have to come somewhere in the middle there because, there's some earths that did their thing. You know what I'm saying? And babies is here to show and prove it. Was that harmony equality? Did I weasel out of that one, or did I did I have I still not answered the question? It's like I'm struggling here, man. I'm trying to make shit up. Nah, seriously.
It's an open-ended question.
You said I'm talking. You said, are you taking it out of context if you say you're holding 6 sextillion times? I mean, if you're not holding 6 sextillion times, I guess that would be taking it out of context. But you got to remember, women is they're living too. You know what I'm saying? They partake in the activities of life. So you got to remember that. These women are who they are. A lot of times you hear that get expressed a little bit different with kind of a negative connotation to it. You know what I'm saying? That a woman is going to be who she is. You see what I'm saying? But see, look. See, her parents, right? Her mom and her daddy made her 24,896. That that is, you know what I'm saying, when you meet this woman, right? You know, she should already be civilized and righteous. You know, if she's not, you know, maybe, you know, look, if that's how you want to teach your women, right? But I think you're gonna have problems if you civilized and righteous and she's not civilized and righteous. You know, all those things, you know, teaching her, you know, the basics of life. There's some things, you know, when you meet this woman, right, you're gonna already want her to know how to, you know, brush her teeth and all that. See, when you come on the scene, right, then you add the knowledge of your culture, right? And now she's a perfect 25,000 for you to base your history on. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, there's that part, I don't know. You know, when you saying that, you know, you're holding all of the weight, right? Or you're you know, that's a different level. You see what I'm saying? Meaning her parents already had to produce 24, 8, 9, 6, right? But see, her parents, right? See, when we get to the knowledge degree, right? To make it an owner the cream of the planet Earth, see, her parents can't do that. You see what I'm saying? But she already is who she is, right? And that's who she's going to be. You know, you got to let the earth be the earth. So Harmony Quiet said, I built with guys who have a hard time building on the wisdom knowledge. You mean building on things that is beneficial to women? You know, at least, you know, things that women can learn from and live out. The wisdom knowledge degree. I mean, you know, like I said, you know, 6 is right next to 7. And see, especially when you're dealing with the fullest of 6. See, you talking about, you know, 6.999. You can't, they will, I've seen it happen. Remember when the first time I seen it happen, I'm walking up the block, right? This is I'm going to school, this shit. This is back in the days, right? As I'm walking up the block, I see the earth building, right? And she's spinning like this. Like she's talking, she's going back and forth like this, right? And yeah, you know, the Sufis, when they do the whirl and dervish and they cloak, they spin it. Yo, that's how 3/4 was spinning like that. Back and forth as she was talking, right? So listen, as I'm walking up, I don't know what's going on. But that's what I'm noticing. Like, oh shit, yo, she look like a world of dervish, right? So look, as soon as I get up, right? Like, say I'm standing right, I walk up, I'm standing right there, right? And she spun this way and she turned around. She said, That's why I rose above all of y'all, because I know 120. Right? When she said that to them, look, I'm still looking. I looked at them. I looked at her. I looked at her. Right? They was looking at me like, yo, God, man, say something, man. Say what's And I just looked at them. I was looking at them like this. I'm still on square, right? I just walked off, man. Like, you know, yeah, I see it. See, brothers get crushed, man, right there. You know what I'm saying? And listen, yeah, you can't no coming back. That was it. I'll take that lesson to the end of the week after that. You know what I'm saying? It was the way she did it. She said, above all, yeah. She did it like she smited them. You know, Quality said, the way I see it is that wisdom is built upon knowledge. You can be both wise and knowledgeable, but you can't be wise without knowledge. Wisdom knowledge is to show your knowledge, to speak only on what you know. To speak on what you don't know causes misunderstanding for self and others. Indeed, I mean, if I'm seeing what you're saying correctly, right, is that you know, as women, right, there's certain things that you may manifest, and then people may, you may be the face of who people see, you know what I'm saying, or at least who they see first or whatever, right? But that you still realize what your activity and civilization is based upon. Is that in the neighborhood there? Robbie. Yeah, Robbie, I don't know. You know, we touched on some sensitive topics today. I don't know if we got to see. Hold on, let me see. You can look on the. Let me look at my stats. Let me look at my stats and see if. I'm gonna look at my stats and see if I've been if they've already copyright strike me on this year. So far, so good. So far, so good. But yeah, we touched on some sensitive topics the other day. But did you know there's women doing nude yoga?
Is it new yoga?
Right naked.
Amen.
You know, not that I watch it, but I just was researching scientifically. And yeah, I seen that. And my shit is, bro, how the fuck do I ever like how's my shit offensive? You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta wait a minute. You got motherfuckers. Wait a minute, man. Something's not right here, man.
Work. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a little bit. Nah, I think what did we talk? I know I was talking something. Oh, now we saw a little bit. We was just discussing. We was just discussing how in Israel they talking about how it's two fronts, right? But right in Midtown Manhattan, we got people that show up to fight every day. You know what I'm saying? Look, strapped. People coming out there strapped, ready to rumble. See, that's the type of way I think. So that's why I work out. See, because I'm ready. All right, sir. God, peace. So look, we got any more questions here? Because we getting down to the nitty gritty. I gotta actually, I'm kind of. I don't know if I'm really should I go to the supermarket or not, but I got some other stuff I need to go do. I got to catch the store by 10 o'clock. Robbie asked, "See, this is what I'm saying, man. This is a little bit sensitive here." It says here, "Are the Hebrew Israelites signing up for their country?" You know, I'm sure they got because I saw them, but I didn't take the time to listen to what they was, but they because they be right here by the CVS. So I saw them the other day, and they was talking some fire and brimstone. Like they was particularly hyped, but I rarely pay attention to them. I have that power to zone people out. But I'm pretty sure that they don't see the individuals involved in that battle right now as their countrymen. But it would that is if I see it, I'm gonna ask them how they drawing that up. Mr. Greenwood. Mr. Greenwood said Israel is a colonial settler state. The anti-colonial struggle is all of our struggle. There's a point in there, right? But at this point in time right now, self and savior is still got to be in there someplace. So at this point right now, like people could say you got solidarity and shit with them, but that ain't gonna shoot down no planes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, they got to deal with their situation. Because you got people talking like that, like, yo, the Palestinians don't be talking. What the fuck are they going to do? What are they going to do? You know what I'm saying? So, at this point in time right now, either way right now, they ain't back and forth. They locked in over there, man. Because here's the bigger question, right? Is the nation state the problem? On Twitter, every blue moon I go on Twitter, but see, I'm telling you what it is about social media. See, on social media, you got a lot of people that it's like on social media, like they go on social media, right? And like aspects of their life they put on social media that I didn't know I didn't know you get down like that. And what the guy came to is that I started realizing that a lot of 5%ers, 5% that I've known for years, months, and days, love them in the street. Online, I don't fuck with them. So I'd rather just know you how I know you outside. You know what I'm saying? Because you remember that Dave Chappelle skit where it said the internet was a place?
I gotta watch it again.
Yeah. That's how the internet is for the 5%. like just like whoa. So this shit and I'm my mind, the way my mind works, right? And see, I don't just see no dumb shit, right? Like that's not it for me. That's another reason why I have to get off of it. You see, I see some dumb shit on there, right? And then I'll go down the whole list to see who liked that shit. So see, I know everybody who's down with that bullshit now. She's like, oh, you like this kind of shit? Oh, you liking these goddess posts and shit. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying? Robbie said, I tend not to worry about the man who is in his bathtub and can't swim while I can't swim and I'm in the middle of the ocean. Yeah, it's kind of like that. If we get to Palestine, and we can help them, then we cross that bridge then. But to tell the truth, if anything, even if you wanted to help them, that's probably the best thing we could do over here is to do our thing here because that's what's backing them up. If you wanted to help them, if that was, but me personally, he said, how do I fast and work out without burning through gains? Well, there you go. Well, how long you planning on fasting? No doubt. Oh, yeah, it's definitely good to be acquainted with current events, but see, even that event, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, in America, we kind of, we don't have that type of stuff happening. Like it's not bombs dropping here, and we get under the impression that it can happen. Like that's my mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying earlier, we got a 12th degree and a 13th degree and a 114. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm looking at. Is that see we got Zionists and pro-Palestinians right here in New York. And they go downtown every day and fist fight. So these world events, in terms of their individual struggle, that's a long story, but world events, you know, they affect us. World events, things that happen in Europe in the 1400s started affecting Africa in, you know, uh, uh, the Americas in the 1500s. So we definitely got to pay attention, but you know, not to, that's also, we can't get caught up, you know what I'm saying, to not seeing, that this is a global system that we in, and is this here? We got some dietary. He said, I've done intermittent fasting a lot and was all right. But I heard when you fast for days that you get the true effect. Okay, but why are you fasting? Like, are you a bodybuilder? How many calls? You said my enlightenment has a guide on fasting. If you are on Twitter, I can send you the info. Yeah, send me that. I'd like to see it. A guide to fasting. Yeah, I like that. I like to see those. I wonder have I been fasting wrong? I might have been fucking up all the time. You don't even know. But yeah, KO Supreme, are you a bodybuilder? He put it on as a threat. Yeah, well, yeah, send it to me. I want to check it out. I want to see I want to see, uh, if I can fast right. 793rd said last week Friday the protests ranged from over by Grand Central to 34th and to 125th Street and Park with 12 blocking streets up the east side. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's don't think it can't happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be the one that prepared not yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because look, it's not just what's going on over there, bro. Trust me, the price of gas is going up. You know what I'm saying? It's things we gonna have to deal with on the strength of that.
Price everything going up.
Price of everything is going up. So Carol Supreme said, I'm not a bodybuilder. I just train boxing and do a lot of calisthenics. So yeah, I mean, if you're not a bodybuilder and you're not going to a competition, I mean, you lose a couple pounds, you put it back on. But if you're talking about a 3-day fast, you gotta remember, one of the things in terms of physically, you already got, you got some stuff that's still in your system, right? That you're gonna be cleaning some of that out. You know what I'm saying? Absorbing some of that. You got fat on your body that's, so you're not gonna go like, like you might go from super middleweight to middleweight or something, but you ain't going, you're not gonna go from like middleweight to welterweight, because look, the body can't go past 6. So, there's limitations to that, but if you're talking about a 3-day fast, what's your physical degree? All Robbie said he's getting in this set of 25 push-ups in right now. What's your physical degree, KO Supreme? Oh, you knowledgeable, man. Listen. Shit ain't. Listen, man. You fast on that age right now. Shit ain't gonna do nothing. Listen, man. Put it like this: if you're training, definitely do not go past 3 days. You know what I'm saying? And do your little drills. Little shadow boxing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 5'10", 165. You ain't gonna lose that much.
A lot of what gets burned first is the fat.
Yeah, the stuff that you're gonna burn off, and then you're gonna drink some soup when you come off, and put that pounds right back on. That's definitely something. Like I said, the body can't go past 6, so you absolutely have to pay attention to the environment you're in and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a situation that's going to be really stressful for the body, then you got to give the body fuel. That's just, it doesn't work a different way. And definitely stay hydrated. Harmony Equality said, I got you by a couple of inches. How tall are you? How tall are you, Harmony Equality? She's 6.025 feet tall. Yeah, wait, man. I got how you get such an exact measurement like that? Hey, listen, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's funny that you put that because my grandmother would appreciate you putting that 0.025 because that was her only Jesus was perfect 6 feet. He's like when I was 6 feet, right? People ask me no, you're not 6 feet. Only Jesus 6 feet.
You put Jesus in 6, it's crazy.
Yeah, only Jesus 6 feet. I don't know if that's in the Bible where she got that from, but that's
One of the new verses.
Yeah, I don't know where she got that one. Halftime recommended The Complete Guide to Fasting by Jason Fung. It's pretty informative on the subject. Well, something. A lot of these. Oh wait, Mecca Divine Wisdom, you 6 feet too? What the hell's going on here? But yeah, though, I mean, it probably would, this kind of formal information, right? This kind of formal, like this book right here, like, yeah, see, it probably will be some stuff in there that I don't know, because you gotta remember, most of my knowledge of fasting comes from the experience of doing it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's. I think they qualify as Amazon's divine God. I think they do. Quizar Quaco Levan is apparently putting his bid in here. He said he's 6'4". So I guess Quizar Quaco Levan is saying that he's got the muscles to uphold 6'6" to 8 tons. You see Quizar Quaco Levan in a minute too, man. We've been at. We seen a couple people here today. We seen uh Wordsmith and Quizar Quaco Levan. Got halftime, got some old schools. KO Supreme. Hey, listen, I was thinking that. But look, I was waiting. If we get one more 6-footer on here, then yeah, we get our own WNBA team. Listen, all we need now is a small forward. See, the guards, they can be small. Harmony Quality says she played ball and ran track. See, Liberty sure could use it, I'll tell you that much. Robbie said Amazon is just another way to say amazing. But yeah, y'all got me down to the nitty gritty right now. I only got 20 minutes. Your uncle played ball for the Celtics? Hey, who's your uncle? You accused and Celtics fan. Okay, now Syracuse I can rock with, but I'm gonna tell you something. I cannot stand no team from Boston. I cannot stand no team from Boston. I don't like the Patriots. I don't like the Celtics. I don't like the Red Sox. I don't like the Bruins. I don't like Boston College. Sherman Douglas, your uncle, man, get out of here. The general. Well. Learn something new every day. So Quizar Quaco Levan said 8 years U.S. Marine Corps. I never lifted weights, but I was 1995 All-Marine boxing champion, super heavyweight division, 201 pounds plus. Y'all hear that, ladies? Quizar Quaco said, I'm prepping for my next spinal surgery in November. Damn, how many you had? Halftime, so that's how you know an old school sports fan right there. What? How you know? Because we don't like fit. Look, and I can't Philly neither. See, the 76ers get a little, because of Dr. J and AI, I give the Sixers a pass, But the Eagles, I don't even know why they let them play. Nah, see, halftime, you don't understand. See, I used to rush by Yankee Stadium. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about Boston, man, they gotta have it. Yo, they jump people from New York up there. Like the Boston fans, yo, they beat down quite a few Yankees fans, man. See, I don't know where the stadium is in Boston, but see, in New York, the stadium is in the hood. So it's packed with police, especially when Boston comes. So you can't get at them. Like they just allow them, to stomp out New Yorkers in Boston. Hate is a strong word. I always heard people say that hate is a strong word. I strongly hate them. I always want people say hate is a strong word. I strongly hate them. Quizar Quavo man said one for my neck last November, next one for my lumbar. 49 years of hard living. God damn. But I'm saying, what's the condition though? Why you let him cut you though? You see, I'm only a little younger than you physically. I don't have the New York experience, but in the 80s, who was the most hated NBA team? Absolutely the Celtics. I mean, first of all, you gotta remember in the 80s, it really was only three teams. Like if it wasn't the Celtics, and it wasn't the Lakers, and it wasn't Philly, like those was the only teams that really had games on TV and stuff like that. Of course the Knicks, because we right here, but you didn't see most of the games on TV like that. Been a Celtics fan for 30 plus years, but look, I give it to you. If there's any team that has had some rough stretches, not as rough as the Knicks, but listen, to be a Celtics fan for 30 plus years, man, that's hard. 793rd said that Boston still has to make up for breaking into Bill Russell's home, vandalizing, and giving him shit when he brought them a literal handful of rings. No, 793rd, two handfuls. But yeah, y'all got me down to the nitty gritty. I got 15 minutes to go collect my merchandise. So Quizar Quavo say you got spinal stenosis, degenerative disc, and radiculopathy. Never heard of that one. Man. And it wasn't no other way, like it wasn't no exercises or nothing. See, that's the most thing, man. I'm trying to let them cut me, man. They cut me, man. It's just that deep. All right, harmony and quality. I'm gonna check that soon. But at any rate, we're gonna go ahead, cut this one off. You know, tomorrow we back at 7:00. You know, everybody do the each one, teach one, hit the like button. Those that's new to the channel, subscribe. And I'm gonna sign off and say peace.